Item number 7 is case number DIR 2019-048, TOC SPR WDI1A. The environmental case number is ENV 2016-273 MND REC1. The project is located at 135 through 153 West Avenue 34 and 3501 to 3437 North Pasadena Avenue within Council District 1. Commissioners, please note that the applicant is requesting a continuance to a date certain of October 8th, 2020. You will also note in the correspondence that both of the appellants have also requested that continuance. I'm going to go ahead and waive staff presentation. Cecilia, are there any day of submissions?
Cecilia Lamas, for the record, we have no day of submissions for this item.
Great. I just want to confirm with the applicant that they are indeed requesting this continuance and agreeing to it.
Cecilia Lamas, for the record, we have not been able to identify the applicant.
Okay, well, I believe we can grant the continuance regardless. So I will go ahead. It looks like we do not have any public testimony on this item, but we do have public testimony. I just want to make clear that we are not hearing the item today. This item will be heard on October 8th.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm sorry. If I could just weigh in on behalf of the applicants. We would like to request a date further than October 8th. And I would like to point out that the applicant has not reached out to the community as requested during these past 2 weeks. And so we feel that this time has already been wasted, and we would like to request a further continuance beyond October 8th. Thank you.
Staff, can you please confirm to me, I believe continuances must be requested by the applicant in this case and must be agreed to by the applicant. Is that the case, Lisa Weber?
Yes, thank you, President Melman. This is Lisa Weber. In this matter, it's the decision of the applicant and the City Planning Commission to continue the item further. And in this case, the applicant has requested an October 8th date.
Thank you very much. So we do have a few members of the public who would like to weigh in, and since they are here, I will take their public testimony. I am going to limit public testimony on this item to 10 minutes because we are not hearing the case today. If you are calling in, please press *9. If you are on Zoom, please press raise hand, but please note we're not going to be weighing in on this case today, and you will have the opportunity to comment on this case when we hear it on October 8th or perhaps even beyond then if a further continuance is requested. Marcos, will you please go ahead and call the public comment?
Caller 8019, you're unmuted. Caller, please press *6 to unmute yourself.
Yes, my name is Nancy Pomerink. I'm representing the Committee for Safe Children. We are very concerned that this project is breaking city, state, and federal law. This is a building project that is designated without any environmental checks on the soil. It abuts a Superfund site that has been mitigated and continues to be mitigated, but has not finished by the federal government. It is a Superfund site. Also, a law was broken in that no residents were given by law notification of this project. We were not sent anything by mail, and that is a law requirement. Also, there is no environmental check that has been done on this land that abuts this Superfund site. And we are deeply concerned because directly across the street is Hillside Elementary School. Hundreds of children go to that school or are studying at home at this time. People have been sickened, children have been sick. Teachers, volunteers were sickened by particulate matter from the contaminated site, which will abut this project. The groundwater is contaminated which will flow under these 268, quote, luxury apartments. On the Superfund site, there are 10 open 3-foot-high pipes that are in full view.
Thank you.
Elena, you're unmuted.
Hi, I'm not associated. My name is Helena Rodera, and I'm not associated with any group or anything, but I am a member of the community. And this community has been facing a lot of gentrification over the years, and I've seen a lot of things change. And I don't think a ginormous apartment complex belongs a block away from my house, from elementary school where I went to, from a community that I am a part of, because I feel like there's a lot of discrimination already going on with half of the businesses that are on Broadway. I've been discriminated before. I've been racially profiled by these gentrifiers that are moving into my neighborhood, and I just feel very uncomfortable staying here. I feel like this is racial discrimination. I feel like they are trying to push the Latinos and all the minorities out of the community, and I just don't think it's right.
Thank you.
Caller Idea, you're unmuted.
Thank you. My name is Didia Delizer, and I'm a 27-year resident of this neighborhood. I live about a block and a half away from the proposed site. We are a stable and diverse community of nearly entirely low and moderate income people. Many of us are homeowners, but many more in this neighborhood are renters. Our neighborhood includes no very high density units. We have a few apartment buildings. They're 2 stories and were built a long time ago. We have no 5-story buildings or anything of this mass or magnitude. And we have no high income dwelling units like this at all, certainly not at this kind of density. So this is a real shock to our neighborhood and to the stability of our diverse community. A previous caller spoke about gentrification. We're seeing some change in this community. She's absolutely right. This would represent an outright invasion.
That is time.
That is your time. Thank you for your comments this morning.
Caller John, you're unmuted.
Hi, I'm a business owner in Lincoln Heights, and I've been in the area for about a decade. I'd really just like to say 2 things. I think accepting this particular proposal is displacement. They keep saying there are no houses there's no apartments on that property, but you could build something else. We could build an equitable apartment complex and not a luxury group. I'd also like to add that the developer, while trying to reach out to the community, is actively threatening us. It's not the fact that this is when he's on his best behavior and he's threatening us with the building of this project. I think if the city council can see how cruel and evil that is already, to move forward with this person and imagine that in 2 years he's going to behave better is a joke. I cede my time.
Thank you.
Caller 7946, you're unmuted. Please press *6 to unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can. Please go ahead.
Good morning, commissioners. My name is Mark Anthony. I'm a PhD student from the community, slowly working my way to be in a decision-making position like yours. If I was in your position, I would not support the Avenue 34 project. We've seen what has happened in Highland Park, Boyle Heights, and more. We need a project that is all affordable community housing units. Anything else is useless for the neighborhood. So if you support this project, it shows you did not represent us. And again, I'd like to add what the previous commenter said. Mr. Robert DeForest has been looking through my profiles, has been looking at my LinkedIn, Instagram, it's really odd to see that he's just trying to find out information of us and not really actually reach out to us with any details of this project. And I concede my time. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to remind the public that we are continuing this item and are not weighing in on it today. So if you would like to wait until October 8th to make your comment at that time when we are considering the project, you may do so. Please go ahead.
3 minutes remain. Caller 4789, you're unmuted. Please press star 6 to unmute yourself. Caller 4789, please press star 6 to unmute yourself.
Move on. Oh, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Melanie. I am a homeowner in Lincoln Heights, about a block and a half away from this proposed project. I just want to make a couple quick points. Again, that the developer, the lobbyist, has not reached out to us still directly. And also, I really just want to, when we do continue this, and actually have, our day with you guys, I would really beg the commission to please stay available throughout the entirety of the procedures, and please don't leave. And I just also want to thank the two women of color who were brave enough to just really stand up and tell us that they were with us last time. So just special thanks to Commissioner Mack and Commissioner Leong. All right, that's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you. What I'm going to do on this case, I know we only had a couple minutes remaining, is the last hand raised is Selena Ortega. We are going to close public comment after Selena Ortega. We are not going to accept any others. If your hand is still up, we will call you. But if any hands raised beyond that, we are not going to take it at this time. Let's continue the people who are in the queue and then move with a motion to continue. Thank you.
Caller, you're unmuted.
Hello?
Good morning.
Morning. Hi, my name is Lane. I'm a homeowner across the street from this project. I have not received any sort of notification from the developers. The only way I found out about this proposed project was other community members who were unhappy about it started posting signs around the neighborhood to try and rally us together against this. And I know that you'll be officially hearing this in October, but I just wanted to speak out today just to represent the amount of people that are in the community that are against this project. Really, who is this project for? It's almost 500 luxury units. No one who lives in this neighborhood is going to be able to afford it. This neighborhood is low income. This neighborhood is renters. This project is not for us. It's not for our community. Not to mention the insulting amount of parking spaces that are proposed. This developer wants to come in, profit off of our neighborhood and off of our space, and then just drop 500 cars on our lap and just say, I don't care, like, you can deal with it. Would he or would the developers allow this to happen in their own neighborhood?
Thank you.
Caller Stacy, you're unmuted.
Okay, I just want to use this time to speak to the community, okay? Thank you, commissioners, for holding this time. Community, okay, so don't ask the city council to see evil. Skip that part because they are, all right? So just move directly into looking towards your community for help. Don't be intimidated if you don't know how this works. I'll tell you, the first time I encountered this, Garcetti was my council person. He was working to push through developments in Silver Lake. I watched it. I went in person to the meetings. We got smacked down. You need to look up records. You need to seek other people in the community to help you, but do not be intimidated. We keep calling, we keep occupying these meetings until the commission does as we ask, because they are here to represent us. I love you all. Keep fighting. This is a ridiculous, ridiculous situation that you, the Lincoln Heights people, have to fight for your space in gentrified LA. Let's stop it here and now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Caller Alexander, you're unmuted.
Hello, my name is Alex, and I'm currently a political science student who is currently going to pursue his master's degree. And I am here to voice some dissent upon this project because, as you know, we have a very large issue in Los Angeles with gentrification and housing and homelessness, and I would believe that this project would only exacerbate the issues that exist in LA, particularly has been exaggerated by the coronavirus pandemic. Now, in the city of Los Angeles, we have several laws that have buildings built and occupied before 1978 that have rent control caps on them, and this project would not follow under that law, mostly because it's blocked by the Costa-Hawkins Rental Housing Act, as well as I believe that this project would not be beneficial for the community, seeing as how the median yearly household income here is only $30,000. It does not make sense to be having these condominiums. You know, also with Jose Huizar, we know that there are corruption probes happening. He has been indicted by the FBI, and there's several issues with that are going to be considered within the city council. But I would just like to express dissent.
Thank you.
Caller 9917, you're unmuted. Please press *6 to unmute yourself.
Hello?
Hello, please go ahead.
Hi, yes. So I would like to remind both the public and the council that the affordable housing parameters in the city are actually not affordable at all. If you look at the income levels that the city prescribes as being low income, extremely low income, and affordable housing, they're all actually for people who make way more money than you would think for a designation such as affordable or low income or extremely low income. So I would urge everybody listening to urge the Planning Commission and the City Council to create housing at levels that are actually meet the city where it is right now. I would also like to remind everyone that we are about 600,000 units short of the affordable housing we need in this city. So any project that does not directly address that issue should not pass, especially in a city full of the corruption of Jose Huizar, John Lee, Mitch Englander, and many more that are all coming down because of this city's relationship to developers. So in that regard, I would also like to urge everyone to make sure that we get our city council members and politicians out of development.
That is time.
In a just world, we would get all the stakeholders in a room together, and we would have no power balance, and there would be no deal until each stakeholder agreed. And that would mean that the community would have to agree with the developers and the council.
Thank you. I'm sorry to cut you off, but we called your time about 20 seconds before we muted you. Thank you.
Caller Selena, you're unmuted.
Good morning. Thank you for your time. My name is Selena Ortega. I know that this project isn't going to be considered until October 8th, but it's really important to note right now that I was very, personally, I know a lot of community members were very disappointed with how some commissioners are handling the situation. I'd like to extend my many thanks to the commissioners, the two commissioners actually, who are advocating for Lincoln Heights. I can't even begin to describe how happy we were to have that support. I'd like to remind everyone on this board that it is your obligation, your responsibility to hear our community. And if this continues to get tabled, we will continue to show up. That is all. Thank you.
That was the last person after your...
Since we have one more hand raised, let's take that one more caller, and then we will move on with the motion to continue.
That individual has already spoken.
In that case, we will move forward with the motion. Commissioners, is there a motion on this item? I do see that we have the applicant present. Can we just unmute Andrew just to confirm that they are requesting this continuance?
Andrew, please press *6 if you dialed in.
Andrew, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Oh, can you hear me?
We can.
Okay, yeah, sorry, and I was on the line earlier and I tried to get in and confirm. Yeah, pursuant to the request by the commission, we're going out and doing some additional community outreach. We'd been to the neighborhood council twice. We held our own community forum, but we understand there's members of the community that weren't reached, and we're implementing a plan to do some community outreach and engage. And we plan on kind of coming back on October 5th and reporting to the commission in the meantime about our progress as we go. The only point I'd sort of make is,
Andrew, I'm just going to stop you there. All we needed was the confirmation on the continuance, and we are going to move forward with our motion. Thank you so much for joining us and for confirming. Before we do a motion, I've received a message that some commissioners are having a hard time raising hands. Commissioners, if you could press your raise hand button now, all of you, to see that it's working. Okay, it's working for some and not others. Okay, thank you. You can lower your hands. Commissioner Perlman is having a problem, so Commissioner Perlman, if you could just raise your hand for me in the video. I see a raised hand, so I will unmute you.
Thanks, Samantha. Yeah, CC, I emailed you a little while ago. While I'm able to see all the participants, the button that's typically at the bottom that allows you to raise hand, it's not there, at least for me. I don't know if I need to log out and log back in. Anyhow, I make a motion that this be continued to October 8th, 2020.
Do we have a second? Commissioner Learn?
Yes.
Cecilia, we have a first and a second. Will you please call for the vote?
Cecilia Lamas for the record. Commissioner Perlman?
Yes.
Commissioner Learn?
Yes.
Commissioner Ambrose?
Yes.
Commissioner Cho?
Yes.
Commissioner Mack?
Yes.
Commissioner Mitchell?
Yes.
Commissioner Padilla Campos?
Yes.
Commissioner Corsan?
Yes.
Commissioner Millman?
Yes.
And the motion carries.
Thank you so much.
If
Item number 8.
I'm gonna log out and hopefully they can find me. I'll try to get back in.
Great, thank you.